Fun fact number 27. 27. Fun fact number 27. Oh, and good morning, everybody. 27 is about a personal recent experience when the power went out. Now, I've gone through power outages before. My old house that was almost like a ranch place, and we were almost like pioneers. Heat wasn't a big issue because we mostly really heated the house with a wood stove. It was a huge house, and there were a few places where it got cold, and we had electric space heaters but we could just sleep in a different room that was warmer. So we heated the whole house with a wood stove. And we had the wood stove, we had camping gear, we had a camping stove that worked off propane, we had a barbecue that worked off propane. And we got ice for the fridge. That's one thing you need to do if the power's going to be out for like more than a day or two. Don't open your refrigerator, don't open your freezer if you can help it. But if you do open it, get bags of ice at the store and put bags of ice in there. If you have a coffee maker, you might want to have instant coffee on hand, so at least you can boil water on your wood stove, the barbecue, or the camping stove, and do instant coffee if you need coffee to heat water. Little things like that when the power goes out. You want to make sure all the gas things are turned off. My old place didn't have gas. My last place had gas, but we just had it for the heater and the oven. So the good thing is when the electricity goes out, when your power goes off, you can always, if you have a gas stove, the gas doesn't shut off. So you can turn it on and light it with a lighter and still cook. But don't forget the ice for the freezer and the refrigerator. Lots of ice bags. I just keep them in the freezer, so when the power goes out, at least I can redistribute them and try to keep things cool and not have things spoil. What was the other thing? Oh yeah. So recently, I got sick because the power went out because there was no heat. This whole place is kind of gas and electric, but heat doesn't go on if you don't have electric. And a lot of the stuff is Wi-Fi and things like that. So I would charge my phone in my car, but then I realized my car is a hybrid, so it needed to be plugged in, and I was low on gas. So keep all of your things charged. Try to charge my phone with my car, and it did not give it much of a charge. Luckily, one of my roommates had a a pre-charged thing that you could plug into to charge your laptop or your phone. But they let me use it to charge my phone, which was very, very helpful, and gave me one that was an old one that doesn't charge it fully, but at least it'd give it a charge faster than my car. Other things to remember, lots of blankets, food that, you can always order out food, but food that's easy to fix, that you don't need the microwave for, things like that. You're not going to be toasting bread or anything like that, but it was out for 4 days. And after the first day, I went to work, and at work in the afternoon I got a fever and I got sick. I came home, and because I'd been freezing all day, my hands were like, I couldn't feel my hands, and I was rubbing them together, and the only way I warmed them up is went in my car to drive to work and put the heat on. Shouldn't have let myself get that cold. So I got a fever and I got sick that night, and the power was still out. Still suffering, and it's been a while. The power was out for 4 days. That's why it took me longer, I think, to recover, but I still had to go to work. the fever broke. I took one day off for the fever to break, and then I went back to work, and was kind of insisted upon. And I was okay. I just felt like I was a little kludgy, blowing my nose, whatever. And then but Monday night when I came home, I was so freezing, nothing could warm me. I had the chills, I had the aches and the pain. And my roommate had a weighted blanket. Recommend that. I know people use it for autism and for camping and for comfort and stuff, but for me, that weighted blanket kept me warm, got me to stop shivering. I passed out basically as soon as they put it on me. My friend had bought me miso soup, and I didn't even have any of it. I just passed out as soon as they put the weighted blanket on me. So recommend having that for a power outage for several days. What to do when the power goes out. Make sure you have plenty of flashlights that already have batteries. Make sure you have candles. Make sure you can communicate with people, that your phone can be charged. And communicate with people. My roommates brought home dinner one night. I mean, it was just, you need to be able to communicate. I know in the old days when the power went out, we had the fireplace and we all huddled in there and we had a transistor radio to hear the news. But as long as you can keep your phone charged and you have one of those extra chargers, you should be able to stay in contact and find out what's going on, especially if the storm or the weather gets worse. So just a few things to do during a power outage, but don't get sick and stay warm. Don't let yourself get cold and get some kind of sickness that lingers forever. But have a power charger, have a weighted blanket. Do workarounds on whatever you can. You can survive it. So that was my 2 cents. Fun facts about being in a 4-day power outage. That actually my roommate got sick, and when she got sick, the power was still out. No, she had come back, and I was better by then. So she's worse than me now, but stay warm. Ciao bellas. Fun fact number 26. Ciao bellas.